Hello, everyone. Hello and welcome to Scarlet Hollow Day. Possibly the final one for the time being. We have the executive producer here. He's hanging around. Handcrafted artisanal emotes. And Annie Danny is legally obligated to force everybody to look at the new emotes when they arrive. I'm very much looking forward to them. I think it'll be a fun addition to the stream. Or you... No, you're just standing and rubbing your head on stuff? Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. We're going to be going back to Scarlet Hollow today. Like I said before, I got distracted immediately by myself. This may be the final episode of Scarlet Hollow. I know we're on the final chapter, and we seem to be entering the end game of it. I will be coming back to Scarlet Hollow when it is... Like, when new chapters do come out. Do not worry about that. I will likely interrupt whatever I'm doing to go to Scarlet Hollow for 2 sessions. We'll see. But for the time being, yeah. And then after that, depending on when we finish, I don't know how much we have left in Pumpkin Hell. But if we finish with a large amount of time left, I'm probably going to move on to Esoteric Ebb, which will be our next game. Disco Elysium D&D, basically, to heavily oversimplify it. Yeah, the full story recap at the start of each chapter is going to be really helpful once we have those gaps, I think. He's just standing on my desk. I played the demo of Esoteric Ebb, and it's very silly. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I'm looking forward to that. I spent a really long time wondering whether or not it would be a good thing, because I couldn't tell if it had voice acting or not, and I was always too lazy to look it up until Ominous Nyad told me, oh yeah, no, it's not voice acting, and I was like, fuck, it's perfect. It's perfect for the stream. You can't escape 35 streams. Thanks for being here for that long, man. Holy hell. Is it partially voiced? Yeah, we'll figure it out. There's enough of my reading that I'm sure we can enjoy it. But either way, let's head on over to the game cam. But oh yes, he loves the treats when the stream starts, certainly. Look out, bud. Hi. Okay. I do like that Scarlet Hollow has a hardcore mode. Look out. All right. Last time, we ended up getting arrested. We were trying to figure out what was going on. We explored the forbidden wing of the house. We found and spoke with Wayne. We found out that the Scarlets were involved in creating some sort of strange ritual that seems to be locking people in place in this thing, and Tabitha is aware of it, according to Wayne. We have a lot of very conflicting things. We went to the person that we thought we could trust, which was Stella. I still think we can trust her, though we didn't consider the fact that she trusts Sybil, who we decidedly don't. In meeting with Stella, we went down to the general store, which no longer existed, and had been redacted from our memory. We met Miles, who is Kanika's younger sister, who is having a crisis and really struggling to deal with his disappeared sister in store. And then we got arrested by Deputy Franklin, I believe, and taken to the Callaway Tremaine homestead, where there was some real shit going down. We were in the back of the police cruiser. Franklin went in. The sheriff got killed by an axe trap. Franklin got shot. The other cop was about to go in and join them, and then our boy Reese showed up and ate the top half of him. But then Reese, being a gigantic monster man, got shot in the face by Bo's mom and ran off into the woods. He's still alive, but it looked like his fucking jaw got blown off. And then we went inside to find out that the giant pumpkin, Big Betty, had hatched into a child that had been given to Julius Tremaine, the crazy libertarian at the edge of the town, in order to give him a son. And that son is a growing boy and has latched itself onto Bo and is eating him. Avery is here because he's into plants, I guess. Hello, Scoop. Welcome in. And we're all trying to figure out what exactly is going on. So we were still examining all of that situation when it came down to it. And we're heading back in to figure out what's going on. So let's talk about Bo and the baby. So last we talked to Julius Tremaine, he told us that Sybil is kind of like brainwashing people to a degree with the tea and convincing people that she's true. It is unnecessary repetition. But let's get to it. I think we should say... Oh, no, we don't want to say that Dr. Kelly died last night because she's missing. We don't want to admit that we know what happened to that with the cop here. He may not make it out of there, but we'll see. Does your son have a name? You don't name a kid till after it's born. Even I know that. Bad luck if you do it early. Bo squirms with discomfort. The baby seems to be digging deeper. Can it talk? He's barely a day old. Of course he can't talk yet. And it's making noises. It kind of sounds like babbling, right? Like babies do? How about it, baby? Can you say mama? The baby makes a horrible sound that is not even remotely similar to mama. What exactly happens after this thing is finished? Oh! Annie Danny wishes to bless you, boy. He was searching, and he found it. Oh, you can get up there. Come on. Hey, come here. I even moved all the shit you knocked over yesterday. The odds are looking good. He does seem pretty killable here. I still like the idea of detaching him from Bo and putting him on Franklin. He is an old man now. But he's been getting up and down repeatedly. He's just being a pain. And what exactly happens after this thing is finished? Do you think it's just going to be a normal kid? Would you say that about those little premature babies they keep in incubators? We don't know what he's gonna look like, but that don't matter, because he's my son, and I love him. And I know he'll get big and strong if he just gets himself enough food. Even if he doesn't change. He's kind of cute like this anyway. Avery, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Definitely weird, but cute. Bo twitches, his skin blossoming with fresh bruises as the thing takes more of him. What is that thing doing to Bo? He's fertilizer. He's a person.
Not anymore. He's just a body that still happens to be moving around. If my boy had the time he needed, he wouldn't be doing all this. He could have been born quietly in the field like he was supposed to. But he came out too early.
Avery, that is a cursed alien baby feeding on Bo's life force. If nothing else, Julius is a good dad? Okay, I'm not sure I'm willing to say that Julius is a good dad, but he's got some of his priorities right.
An exchange has to be made. That's what the crone always said. So I'm exchanging.
Avery, Reese, and Stella should make an unhinged reactions to Danger Club. Yeah, they have just the most not normal reactions when things go wrong. But does it have to be him? Could we move it to somebody else?
Any volunteers?
Avery slowly raises their hand.
Put your hand down, kid. That was one of them rhetorical questions. You weren't supposed to answer. I wouldn't do this to you. Besides, my boy's got the biggest hunk of meat in the room. I think he's happy with that. I doubt he'd give it up early. I get the feeling tearing him out wouldn't be good for Bo either.
How do you know it'll stop with Bo? It sounds like it was hunting you before it found him. What happens when it gets hungry again?
I don't appreciate you trying to pick all this apart. Just sit there and stay quiet, and we won't have trouble. Got it?
It won't get the chance to go after Julius. I'll be taking you in.
Not if you hurry up and die.
The witch. What makes you think that Sybil is the witch? She's just helpful. No, she's not just helpful. What were the terms of the deal you made with the witch?
When I caught her doing what she was doing, she offered me this ritual thing in exchange for my silence. Offered it right away, like she could just see right through me. Knew exactly what I wanted most. I suppose what she didn't know was I'm not the kind of man who turns somebody in anyway. Her business is her business. She didn't have to bother giving me some recipe to cook a boy from dirt, blood, and pumpkin seeds, but I took it anyway. Then I just sat on it for a while. Till a moment of weakness.
What was the ritual? Did you do something to Duke's pumpkin?
It wasn't his damn pumpkin. It was on my property, and the only reason it got as big as it was is because I fed it my own blood every night since the day it was planted, bleeding on the dirt like some kind of Satan worshiper. If that don't make it mine, I don't know what does. God knows I felt crazy doing it, but I'm not proud to say that my judgment was a bit clouded. I was in a bad way. The thought of bringing a boy into the world was just about the only thing that made me feel like I should stick around. Not that any of you need to know that. Only serves as explanation as to why I trusted her in the first place.
The things under Bo's skin shift, writhing in an imitation of clenching muscle. Did the witch tell you how to take care of this thing once it's done? Right? I agree.
It's meant to be a kid when it's done. Other people seem to figure out how to raise those all the time. Don't need her giving me parenting tips.
Most babies don't eat people to live.
I hate that Deputy Franklin is one of the most reasonable. Oh, Bo's getting worse. Bo's getting way worse over here. The longer we take, the worse this is getting for Bo. I think Bo's dead. This doesn't seem that unusual to me, actually.
Isn't this kind of what babies do to their mothers? It's not like they're eating takeout in there for 9 months, you know.
Exactly what the kid said.
Avery, what the fuck are you talking about?
What kind of man lets another man make his sacrifices for it?
I feel like trying to manipulate this man's masculinity might be the avenue.
Hell would a city kid like you know about being a man?
You know I'm a man, Julius, and I think you're a coward.
Correction, Franklin. You're a pig, not a man. You sold your soul for some donuts and a shiny badge.
Julius, clock is right, or broken clock is right twice a day kind of man, I see.
You know, Julius.
Julius, I actually think Ark might be onto something. It's about connection, you know? You're having a stranger make the connection that should be yours.
No. I'm not getting guilt-tripped into dying today. This is my one chance for things to go right in my life. Everybody else got their chances already. Don't I deserve mine? I came this far. Don't I deserve to see my boy open his eyes for the first time?
Bo seems in a bad way. His eyes are glazed and his jaw slack except where the roots of the childlike thing are holding it in place. His body can't take much more. Okay. Life is unfair to you, so you, what, kill a man over it?
I'm not killing anybody. I'm just standing here. It's not like I did a single thing to Bo.
Pumpkin Baby, Immaculate Conception, Reese Horse Monster. Yeah, a lot of weird shit going on.
He trespassed onto my property. Everybody knows not to do that. What happened to him is his problem.
And what about me? You shot me.
Save your breath, asshole, and maybe you won't die so quick.
Julius, dude, we gotta do something. Bo's in a lot of pain. This can't be what was supposed to happen.
We have to kill that fucking thing, man. Okay. Here's the thing. The more I explore, the worse Bo gets. I think I need to take action now because the explorations that I have are ones that I'm not quite willing to do. The punishment for trespassing is not forced impregnation by Pumpkin Monster. Yeah. Saying nothing, this is finally about to be over, is kind of evil. Giving the child a chance at life is sort of fucked up. Even if this might be true, Bo might be dead, but I don't think so. But the thing is, I think if I just go right for it, Julius is gonna fucking kill me. So I'm gonna say we have to fucking kill that thing, man. He'll probably whirl on me, but I'm gonna try? We have to kill that fucking thing, man. We could reload if we die. Should I just take the shot then? Is there a shot that I convince Julius of anything? Is the question I have. All right. Then I think we just gotta try it. Enough talking. Someone has to destroy this thing, and nobody else is fucking doing it. Might as well be you. The waiting brings you to your limit, and then it brings you past it. You move quickly, diving across the small room, scooping up the shears on the floor as you zero in on Bo and the thing slowly eating its way through him. Hey! Hey! The shears come down into the thing, piercing its unnaturally soft chest. Bo's stolen blood pours out of its orifices in a thick sludge. Bo gasps as if it's him you've stabbed, the thick veins under his skin expanding, writhing.
No! You'll pay for this!
You whirl around to see his gun trained on you, your heart freezing in a split second of utter terror. Franklin, do one good thing with your life. Franklin stumbles forward, trying to reach for his gun, but unable to stifle a cry of pain. Julius's attention is pulled away from you towards the sorry sight of the cop trying desperately to wield his pistol. Julius, we're not killing anybody! Give me the... A gun goes off. You dive to the floor, panicked, your ears ringing uncomfortably. No more shots follow. You open your eyes, readjusting to the gloom.
Oh, shit. Oh, no, not you, kid!
Avery is gasping on the ground near Bo. Their patterned shirt is stained with their own blood.
God, what have I done? First the boy, and now you.
He raises the gun to his head.
Nobody left to do better than this.
Julius.
But whatever Avery was about to try to say is silenced when Julius pulls the trigger. Once again, the world feels quiet in the aftermath of the gunshot. Julius's body slumps against the wall, limp and dead, a bullet hole smoldering in his temple.
Good fucking riddance.
Good lord. Oh dear. Uh-oh. The room's attention is drawn to the sound of a horrific, inhuman gurgling, punctuating the groans of human agony. It would seem that you did not quite manage to finish the job.
Move it before it grabs him again. Our Bo, alive, can live. The baby can have me. But why? I want it to live. Please. It doesn't need to die. I stabbed it. It's dying too. This won't save anything. Might as well. Try. Please. Hurry. Talk. Hard. I don't like this.
Kill it. I kind of think the cursed pumpkin baby should not exist. The baby is... Here's the thing. The baby's a parasite. Like most babies. It was killing Bo. I don't believe that Julius didn't have a hand in hooking Bo up to this thing. Yeah, more so than most babies. Yeah, and that's another thing, Pegasus, is once Avery dies, what happens to the kid? Yeah, is it gonna get taken in by the church man? What, is it gonna roam the woods with Reese killing things? Like, what's it gonna do? A parasitoid wasp situation. I don't think we want to know what it grows up to be. A parasitoid pumpkin wasp. Yeah, like... Oh, boy. No, hey, you know what, gang? Let's do it again. Because I enjoyed doing this last time. There's a good argument here that I can see for either way. Yeah, that's what Myth just said, it's a premature pumpkin wasp. I have made a poll. Pumpkin for the boy, Chunkin for the end. I give you this, chat. Use your influence. Yeah, I definitely understand Myth's perspective as well. I swear to Christ, y'all. Dead even. You people. Yeah, how much more nourishment? 2? 30? 50? Oh, somebody snaked it. It wasn't me this time. Somebody snaked it at the 11th hour. God, I love my polls. Want to use a motherfucker. I love it. I put my finger on the scale in the last one to break a tie, but one of y'all put your fingers on the scale for this one, and I'm really happy. Feed it to the mayor? God. Or feed it the mayor? Yeah. Well, no. Here's the thing. Jimmy's an incompetent. Mayor Jimmy's an incompetent. I'm still not gonna feed a dog to the pumpkin beast. I believe in giving a child a good life. Avery, I'm so sorry, but this thing has to fucking die. You strike at the creature's malformed flesh one last time, permanently removing it from the world. Its last connection to its womb has been severed, and the house groans unnaturally, straining as the meat that infiltrated its walls dies. Yeah, no, I understand Avery's point of view as well, and there is a case to be made for the fact that this child does deserve a shot at life. Counterpoint, please look at this house. My counterpoint is, I would like you to look at the house. I would like you to look at the walls. I would like you to look at the creature. We've let a ghost live. We've let Reese live. We've done a lot of things to sort of grant, like, rights when we can. You know, yeah, I mean, obviously it doesn't trump the life of Bo. I understand where Avery, so we interrogated for a while until, Kaj, just to really quick catch you up, we interrogated the situation for a while until I noticed that Bo was getting worse and worse in the background the more questions I asked, so I had to make an attack. And we decided to try and kill the pumpkin thing to save Bo's life. We went for it, grabbed garden shears, stabbed it. Julius attempted to stop us by pointing a gun at us. Avery dove at him to try and stop him. And Julius ended up shooting Avery and then, consumed with guilt, killed himself. Because I think he was also probably a little guilty already for what was happening to Bo, whether he wanted to admit it or not. But yeah, there's no situation in which I think that I would give this thing Bo. Like, Bo is innocent, no matter what. Avery is dying and he asked it, so I had to consider it. But I absolutely understand your perspective as well, Scoop. I think it's a very, like, this thing needing to die is so very reasonable. Anyway, let's find out the repercussions of all of this. Christ.
The faucet in the corner of the room, finally unclogged, bursts to life, and water pours out onto the dirt, mixing with the fresh blood and tissue into a charnel house slurry.
Yeah, no.
And the vines blocking the door go slack.
We'll be okay, kid. I've held out this long. You can too.
Avery is quiet now. Words seem too strenuous.
Kid?
Lose the barista.
Yeah, he couldn't. So there's some sort of like scrying thing, I'm guessing.
Your hands are wet. The water is spreading, pooling around you.
Either that or she can travel through water. Avery's done.
He didn't deserve this. Your hands are wet. The water is spreading, pooling around you, making the floor slippery with mud.
Somebody help. Call the doctor.
But Scarlet Hollow doesn't have a doctor anymore.
Just hold on, Bo. We'll get your mama soon.
Your hands are wet. The water is spreading, pooling around you, making the floor slippery with mud. Am I hallucinating?
Let's get out of here. Fast, before it floods.
It's up to your chest now. There's no denying it.
What are you talking about? There's no water.
Pardon me?
But there is. He just can't see it. Because his words are swallowed by the flood. You feel like you're choking. There's water in your lungs, or there should be. Your ears are filled with the sound of a rushing current. It's cold and dark, and there are people screaming somewhere. There are bodies in the water with you. They are all dead. 1,000 corpses, 1,000 homes, all torn to pieces. But the flood recedes. It hasn't happened yet. You are the mother of a daughter, and your daughter has told you about her terrible dream. It's going to kill everyone. You are not the one who had the vision. Not yet. It has only been described to you by the daughter you have been teaching as your mother taught you. You're the only one who can stop it, Mother. But you won't be strong enough. Her words are heavy. The village is doomed, then. No. I've seen a path forward. The only path that doesn't end in death. Take my power. I give it willingly. Then you can save them all. Save them all, and lose you. I looked away for 1 second. What the heck? Oh, we were drowned by illusory water, and now we're experiencing a hallucination of, I believe, the history of the witch. If I had to guess, basement flooded. We're having some sort of supernatural hallucination. You will lose me in any path but this. If we do nothing, we will die with everyone else. If we flee, I will have the weight of 1,000 lives on my shoulders. I couldn't live. Yeah, I would be lost. Either way. This is the way it must be.
Trolley problem. No.
Reject, and let 1,000 die. You deny your daughter. The flood comes, and despite your best efforts, the village is swallowed. 1,000 bodies and 1,000 homes. But that's not how it happened. This has already come to pass, and there is no changing it now, no matter how much you might wish it had all gone differently.
The illusion of choice.
Except, take your daughter back. You accept your daughter's decision. She is not the child she once was, and there is a confidence in her that you have no choice but to respect.
So this is what happened to Kanika, probably.
You take her back. Her power becomes yours. The flood does not come. The village is saved. And no one ever knows the sacrifice that was made for their lives.
I wonder if the water... It seemed like she gave him a ritual to communicate. I don't know if he ever used it, though.
No one but you. Years have passed. You outlive everyone you used to know. You move on, you meet new people, you start a new life. You have another daughter. This time the vision is yours. The piece of your first daughter that lives in you shows you what... The piece of your first daughter that lives in you shows you what is coming. Rotting bodies in the streets. The smell of sickness on the wind, church bells ringing for an endless parade of funerals. An entire city whose gates will never reopen. Everyone inside the walls falling to the curse of plague. You are among their number, your body no longer strong enough to heal even itself. You are not enough to stop it. Not as you are. There is another path, a narrow thread. If you were stronger, you could tug at it and unravel the tapestry of the future. Mother, what's wrong? Your daughter will never be as strong as you are, not after what you had to do, but she still carries in her some strength. Enough. Explain it to her as it was explained to you. You tell her what is coming. You explain what she has to give up, what you both have to give up. You love your daughter, after all. You will miss her, as you miss your first daughter. She is angry. Even when you try to explain that she will be a part of you, that she won't die, she cries, and she tries to run away from you. Fate is attempting to cut its loose thread. Let her go. Give up on the city. Your daughter leaves you. You resign yourself to the future. She is one of the first to die. The streets flood with disease, and the bodies are buried and then burned and then left in heaps on the streets until no one is left to remember any of their names. But that's not how it happened. The entire city rests on this decision. Stop her from leaving. You do not let your daughter run from you. No plague comes. The city never knows that it would have been a ruin. But there is an unhappiness in you. She didn't understand, and what you took of her is angry, confused, restless. You will have to carry that with you. It is part of the burden of what you are. Though no one knows the depth of what you have done over the years, you have not escaped notice. You find yourself in a capital, in a place whose name has changed too many times to count. A war is brewing. The eyes of those who hold fate in their hands are on you, their lips asking which threads to pull and which to cut. And the tapestry is once again revealed to you. The war rages, and it never stops raging. Bleeding that spans generations. Children born to die. Decades of pain that leave a raw wound on the world. Or it ends before it begins. The few die for the sake of the many. You can guide powerful hands to crush those that need crushing. If only you have more power of your own. You call your daughter to you. You raise them differently these days. The disquiet left by the reluctant daughter taught you a permanent lesson. They don't need convincing anymore. They are ready to return to you whenever you need them. Let her be free and plunge the land into generations of war. You have a change of heart. It has to end sometimes. You let her go. Hundreds of thousands suffer. Countless lives are cut short. Your daughter is among them. Even in her privileged place by your side, the war reaches her, and the both of you burn along with everyone else. You saved her for nothing. But of course, that's not how it happened. Take her back and stop the war before it starts. This daughter joins her sisters early, and she has been trained as she has been trained to do. You are the only one who will remember her sacrifice and her name. A small rebellion is crushed before it becomes a revolution. The people in power are happy. You leave. You don't want to see any more visions of war. You set your sights on a place where there are no kings. And yet, even an ocean away, power finds you. A man with aspirations. Anyone can hold power here, you have discovered, if they're vicious enough to want it. The hunger in him senses the power in you, and for a time you humor him. You allow him to give you a life of comfort, you and your daughter. You don't see a future where he grows more powerful than you can manage. Not until the vision comes. A war like none the world has witnessed. A fledgling nation devoured in the nest. A man who sits on a throne where none was meant to be. The world under his cruel fist, bowing to its crushing weight. The very ocean stained red by his influence. He is already on his way. You realize too late. You have been too close to him to see it. Your choices have already narrowed. The war is coming whether you strike now or not, the loose thread sticking out from a mass of blood with you too weak to grasp it. But you have a daughter. You always have a daughter, until you don't. It is time to rest. Aren't you tired? Of course you are. But the world needs you. You can't let it end like this. The part of you that is your first daughter can't let you. I have no idea what's happening, and I have to run, catch up on the VOD. Have a good time all. Thanks, Scoop. I think we're living through Sybil's memories as she's an immortal witch, devouring her daughter's souls time and time again to give her more power, in order to continually manipulate fate. But the world needs you. You can't let it end like this. The part of you that is your first daughter can't let you. Take her back and erase the man before his name can mean anything. That could be any immortal witch. Sybil is a soul amalgam. She joins her sisters as is her destiny, and you remove him from the world. I think Verena is Sybil, yeah. The hole where he was is filled by lesser men, none of whom remember whose shoes they're stepping into, and none of whom can hope to command the way he would have. Blood is spilled. Less blood, but you still feel every drop. No wonder Sybil and the Scarlets get along so well. Generational sacrificing of family members is a common interest. You hide yourself away from the world. You and your daughter. The visions still find you, but here they are small. The decisions simple. You make them all the same, helping where you can. The storm halted, the conflict settled. Until one day, when you are shown a dark pit. Splintering wood, debris trapping everyone inside, bodies burning as the very rock catches fire, children screaming as their flesh bubbles, and then silence as lungs fill with smoke. You know the choice that lies in front of you. Not this time. You take your daughter's hand and you look her in the eyes. They're green like yours. You don't want to do it this time. You stare over the hills together as a plume of smoke rises into the air. But you can't hear the screams from here. You assume you will die one day like anyone else. After all, you're long past due. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to know your grandchildren before you go. Then a man comes, and with him, a vision. He has already decided. He is bringing something here, something ravenous,
that doesn't belong, but that has been pressing at the edges of your world, trying to find a way in. It has its way now, whether you help him or not. More of the thread you've followed comes into focus, and for the first time you follow it beyond your death. Disaster after disaster, crisis after crisis, thousands of years of little cuts that you weren't there to mend. On and on it goes, longer than you can ever hope to follow, its toll eternal and incalculable. But there is a new thread, too. If you are patient enough, if you are strong enough, when the moment finally comes, if you do everything right, you can devour this thing that sits outside the world. And it will give you so much power that you will never have to take back a daughter again. You could fix as many things as you'd care to fix. Floods, plagues, wars, kings. You look into her green eyes so much like yours. You can't, but you did. Take her back and summon the entity into the world. You welcome her back as you have with every daughter before her, and you help the man. He is arrogant. He cheats the thing from another world in every way he can. He wastes your time. There will have to be more daughters before the day comes that this will be over. But days and daughters come and go, and you are very patient. You have to be if you're to stop the hurt that would scar a world without you there to guide it. And now you are here, on the cusp of the end. The final daughter. You? What are you doing here? Are you real? No, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a dream or not. I've already made my decision anyway. Don't bother trying to talk me out of it. I finally have a real purpose. And now that I know that purpose has always been, I can't go back, or it would hang over me for the rest of my stupid, small life. I forgot you. Oh, so many things. I forgot you. I can't believe it. All day, it's like you just didn't exist. That's okay. It's part of all of this. Soon enough, you can go back to forgetting, and it'll be like this never happened. You won't even know to be upset about this. Everyone out there forgot about you, Kanika. It was like you didn't exist. That's okay. It's part of all of this. I'm surprised you were able to remember. It's kind of nice to think that one other person might remember me when I'm gone. But it's okay if you forget too, once it's all said and done. I don't need to be remembered. What decision? Did you not just go through the whole life story thing? Was that just me? Look, I'm going to do what I was born to do. I'm going to save lives, Ark. More people, more than most could in a lifetime. How do we know any of that really happened? Doubt all you want, but I'm not taking that chance. Because if I turn back now, I'll know everything my mom could have stopped will be my fault. No, it won't. What exactly is she trying to prevent? Do you even know? That thing that Enoch brought, whatever it is, breaking out and causing havoc, and all those disasters my mom would be able to stop if she takes its power for herself. I'm so much smaller than all of that.
But in this moment, I can be what stops it. I can be big enough. My life can be meaningful.
Do you really feel like you have to sacrifice yourself for your life to have meaning?
Working at a shitty little general store in a dying town? Yes. I would call that pretty meaningless.
I saw your brother today. He didn't understand what was happening, but he was so upset about it. He's most of the reason I even found you.
Miles? But he doesn't even like me that much. He always thought I was bossy and annoying. He was upset? It must be just because he doesn't remember how much he hates me. If he did, he wouldn't feel that way.
You don't have to do this, Kanika.
Yes, I do. You saw what's going to happen if I don't. What am I supposed to do? Go back to my normal life after this? Knowing how many people are going to suffer through generations because I was too selfish to save them? How could I ever live with myself?
The same way any of us do. You're not solely responsible for the fate of the world, and neither is she.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean I should only ever make choices that benefit me. Sometimes people have to make decisions that hurt them in order to do the most good. People have to pay taxes or donate kidneys or, things that aren't pleasant but that help people and make the world work. I'm happy to do this. I am. Stop trying to convince me that I'm not.
What if you have value outside of what you do for other people? What if you deserve to live?
That feels a little hypocritical after killing the pumpkin baby. But
you're so busy making excuses for what she wants you to do, you're not letting yourself feel what you actually feel.
the pumpkin baby was actively killing Bo.
My feelings don't matter, Ark. No, I can't.
Quiet, dear. There's no need to let Ark talk you in circles. You already know the right answer, remember?
I don't know anymore.
Ark, you have no idea the kind of danger you're putting yourself in by being here.
We gotta run, catch up on the VOD later. Thanks for dropping by, Schmatterkeg, all the same.
You think you're doing the right thing, but all you're doing is dooming countless lives, starting with yours.
Before I go, fuck you, Sybil!
Tabitha, too. She carries a heavy burden, but she doesn't have to. Not anymore. You two can be the family you were always meant to be, free from the sins of generations past. If you let me do what needs doing. Kanika can't save you on her own, but I can. I'm only able to tell you so much, but I tried to show you what I could. I hoped you would be able to trust me by now. For your sake. This is the only way your story gets a happy ending.
She is telling the truth. I saw your son this morning. He was confused and miserable about all of this. Do you even care? What's going to happen to him if you take Kanika?
All that misery is temporary. As soon as this is done, we'll return to him. Just in a different form than he's used to. We'll still be his family. We'll still love him. The question you should be asking yourself is what will happen if you stop this from finishing. Do you think Miles will be better off with a broken family in a town where everyone stays trapped? Let him be free to have a future, Ark.
Why should I trust you after everything that just happened with Julius?
Oh, the baby? The one he was supposed to keep incubating until the pumpkin shriveled in the field. I gave very clear instructions, you know. It isn't my fault that the Callaways decided it was their property, or that he decided to hatch it while it was still hungry. I saw the possibility, I won't lie to you about that, but I see many possibilities. It was just as likely that the baby would consume him before anyone was the wiser, or that the pumpkin would be taken to the fair, and the thing inside would die where no one could see its suffering. Sometimes, Ark, pain is unavoidable. Julius wanted a fix for everything that had gone wrong for him over the decades of his life. I couldn't provide that, not after who he had decided to become. It was already too late to stop those consequences from reaching him. What you're doing now is inviting a future with more pain. Please, let me choose the kindest path instead.
Why can't you just be direct? Why all this mystery?
Those are the rules. Every bargain has its rules.
So it's her life or mine? Is that what you're saying? And what about this bargain? What rules would I be agreeing to?
This isn't a bargain. I was always going to help you. After all, I intend to break the structures that have been holding everyone in place. I have no interest in building a new prison.
So it's her life or mine? Is that what you're saying?
That is a very distinct possibility, yes. Though any harm visited on you won't come from me. You're in danger. I'm sure you can feel that. And I make a powerful ally. Believe me when I say I understand the burden that's been placed on you.
Did you know I was going to wind up here? Doesn't this throw a wrench into your plans?
I did see this possibility. No, inevitability, I suppose.
I am waiting for Wayne to just, open a door like he did when we were in fucking Ghost Zone. Hey, what's up, fuckers?
I'd hoped it would all be over before you could find me. I know it can be unpleasant to watch. I'd hoped to spare you, even if I knew my heart, all the worthwhile roads for you to walk would bring you here right before I could finish my work.
By God, that's Wayne's music!
You can't see Wayne. His time is now. Sure, a powerful ally, but spiritual cannibalism is still Yeah, no, this is not a question. I am pulling Kanika free from this. I am getting as much information out of it as I can first, though.
So ask as many questions as you need. But you're only here to throw a wrench into things if you're unable to grasp the weight of what you're about to do. So ask as many questions as you need to. Explore all avenues. I will answer until you understand.
Sybil, I don't feel super good about doing this.
I know how unpalatable this feels, Ark, but pull back the curtain and it's a far kinder choice than anything you've been party to this week. How does a gentle exit compare to letting Reese Kelly devour his mother? Unlike Duke, who has left behind a widow and a son to mourn him, Kanika's memory will be but a passing breeze. There won't be anyone to hurt from her loss. Even you'll forget her as soon as she's gone. The burden of remembering her is mine, and mine alone. You left Charlie's spirit to fester unresolved in the libraries. How many more lifetimes of suffering is he going to experience? And Oscar Gutierrez remains determined to reclaim his home. Does he have the capability to contend with that spirit alone? Just now you chose to destroy the parasite attached to Bo Calloway, but at such an unforeseen cost. I don't think you've made any wrong choices, Ark. Enoch's legacy has simply stacked the deck against you. My daughter is one person, and she won't die in the traditional sense of the word. She'll be here, with me and her sisters. It will be gentle, like stepping into a pool. All of these lingering threads left by your decisions can still be mended, if you let her help me.
Wayne is already going to take care of me. I don't need your help. Sybil flashes you a pitying look.
You poor dear. Do you really feel like he's the only one you can turn to? You think I've been manipulating you, yet that man somehow managed to earn your loyalty? Just because he's been kind?
No, I just wanted to know what you said about him.
Kindness is easy when you're free to lie. Truth is what's hard. I'm giving you the truth now.
You call this truth?
It is the closest I can get to it, yes.
Grab Kanika and pull her free. You've already made up your mind. But I've run out of snoozes on the ads, so we have to run a 3-minute ad break. Enjoy the cliffhanger, gang. We'll return to see what happens in 3 minutes. Wayne has not spent generations committing cannibalism. Okay, here's the thing. I don't trust Wayne. I don't. I just straight up don't. But I also don't trust you. You are an immortal, psychopathic witch. You're inhuman. You are the monster, Sybil. You're the monster. Good Lord. Ay, ay, ay. I don't think we're getting the good ending to this game, gang. I know that Street Smart said she was telling the truth. However, this is not it. I think the thing is, I don't believe her. Whether or not I am damning this run by doing this, I'm doing the right thing. And I don't trust the immortal witch woman. I simply don't. I know my street smart tells me that she was being honest there, but I don't. I simply don't. Yeah, I believe she is telling her truth. I don't necessarily believe that it is the only way. Well, I suppose it's the only way you can get a happy ending. That doesn't mean the only way you can get a good ending. Right? It's the only way I can get a happy ending. That's a very specific usage of words. Also, bitch, you're the cat. Sybil's the cat. She always has been.
I wonder what happens if you accuse her of being the cat in that moment. Because I think you can. Happy and good are both subjective. Yeah. All right. Let's see where this goes.
You've already made up your mind. You reach forward and grab Kanika by the arm, doing your best to wrench her free from her mother's grasp. She's all but given up, her wrist limp in your grasp, her eyes dim and resigned. You pull as hard as you can, expending more effort into this action than you have on any one movement in your life.
Stop! You don't know what you're doing!
Still you pull.
Why do you care so much about what happens to me? It's better if I go.
You can feel your body tearing with the effort, but you hold the best you can, even as her hand slips through your fingers. But as a spark floods Kanika's eyes at the sight of your efforts, and her hand grasps your forearm with vigor.
Let me go. I don't want to do this anymore.
Stop! You don't know what you're doing!
Kanika, please, you understand. You understand how important this is. I don't think I do. I only understood what you wanted me to understand. You didn't let me think any differently. Well, I'm thinking differently now. I'm getting the hell out of here, and I'm taking Ark with me.
At her declaration, the dream around you starts to waver. It's losing its shape.
No! Come back!
But it's too late. The illusion is coming apart. The world shifts nauseatingly around you. You feel like you're being buoyed upwards, ascending rapidly, reality rushing to meet you until finally you surface.
Let's go!
You're outside. It's raining. You have no idea where you are.
Too late, Jamie?
This is the end of episode 5. Only one major content update remains until the story reaches its conclusion in the final chapters. Stay tuned for updates on this final release by joining our Discord, following us on social media, or signing up for our newsletter. If you'd like to carry your progress over into the final chapters, please save your game now.
What a cool game. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that was awesome. I wonder if the one that really hits her is the fact that that you point out that she's never felt her own feelings. I've had hardcore mode here for a while. This really does feel like a no true good choices game in a lot of ways. There are bad and worse choices. You are cursed as shit. Oh man, that was awesome. Oh no, okay, so hardcore mode does here, I'll pull up the thing because it says it. It's a really interesting thing. Every trait in Scarlet Hollow provides an opportunity to avoid making a game-defining sacrifice. Hardcore mode removes these opportunities, but you'll be able to select a third trait. Even with your new abilities, this is the darkest world state. By clicking continue, you agree to suffer. Oh, you were old and weak. Oh, did you trade your lives to the ghost? Or your time to the ghost? Was that the deal? You just didn't have the physical strength to pull her free? That's fascinating. Okay. We still have a nice chunk of time, so I'm going to switch over to the beginning of Esoteric Ebb, I think. Because you want to... That's fair. That's fair. So please bear with me for a moment. If you stuck around to the end of the video, I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope that you enjoyed. If you want to help support me in making more of this, you can follow me on Twitch, where I stream these live. Like, comment, and subscribe. I suspect you all know how this works by now, but it really does help a lot. Thanks.